Yes, Pennsylvania is super important, and we are joined now by two very important voices. On one hand, we have an artist who lives round the block, an installation artist who's doing get out the vote art and talking to different voters. And we are also joined, very luckily, by Senator Anthony H. Williams of the 8th District. And while we look at Pennsylvania, I want to start first with the Senator. Senator, thank you for your time on this crucial day. What are you looking at and what are you hoping for?
So what I'm looking at is turnout, to see how inspired citizens are to participate. Do they still believe in our governmental process? Do they believe and trust that their voices mean something in the process? And I mean not just older people, but younger people as well. So, you're going to get to talk to a younger person. I'm inspired that they are not only here, but they're dedicated to uplifting the voice. And then, of course, what I hope for is that I have a particular person that I'm supporting for President of the United States, and I hope that she will, be elected along with other people who are running in everybody's states, and including ours, that represent the values of democracy and protecting one's rights that I believe in.
Well, your candidate, Kamala Harris, was in Philadelphia just yesterday talking about unity. And then on the other hand, we also have former President Donald Trump talking about he is going to be better for the American people when it comes to economy and inflation and issues that are affecting voters across the country. When they go into those grocery stores, they are surprised by those prices. So why do you think Kamala is going to be better than Trump on this?
Because he's already been president and was not re-elected because of his performance. I think it's kind of extraordinary that he's running on this campaign to suggest that things will get better when we already gave him an opportunity to do that, and things didn't get better, they got worse. And the fact is, people need to remember the facts, not what people say on commercials, and acknowledge the fact that inflation has gone down. The border crisis, which is a crisis, has significantly gone down. The economy is much stronger than it's ever been. Taxes have been held steady, and we have not increased taxes on anybody within this administration. It's a whole litany of things I can talk about this administration that have actually affirmatively happened that didn't happen when the former president, Donald Trump, was, in fact, the president. And I also want to say this. I think it is very ironic he keeps talking about what Kamala Harris hasn't done. And I've not heard him ever mention what Mike Pence did when he was vice president. Vice presidents are vice president for a reason. They're not president. She has some views, but she wasn't in control of the government, and she supported the existing president.
That was Senator Anthony Williams talking to us in Philadelphia at a voting booth. And we are also joined by an artist. And I want to quickly go to him because he's been here the entire day. Sean Durbin. He's also talking to people on the ground and then creating art from it. What are you looking at?
Well, as an artist, I'm influenced by what's around me, and I like giving people voices through my artwork. And so out here you can see an example of what's on people's minds, the reason why they're voting, and all of this is just material for in the future that's going to inspire me to create some awesome murals. And so getting it firsthand from the people, the reason why they come out here, no matter if they're 78, I actually talked to a 78-year-old woman and told me so many different stories, or people from different national backgrounds. It's important to kind of have your voice heard. And voting is one of the reasons we can actually be heard.
Yeah, and some of the things that I see here from what you're hearing is for our rights, because my community deserves better, affordable and healthcare housing, for democracy, better economy. We hear a lot about the economy, of course, for a better world. And in your opinion, who delivers this in this U.S. presidential elections?
Right now, our candidate is Kamala Harris. I think there's so many reasons why we wouldn't want to vote for Trump. I mean, just women's rights and how you're supposed to treat a woman. Just on that basis alone, he kind of cancels himself out. It's not somebody that I would have my daughter.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We've had two amazing voices talking to us about their perspective.